Okay, welcome to Willow Creek episode 2. And this time we are reviewing Oakenstead. Last week we did the Spencer Kim Lewis house. Actually, that was 2 weeks ago, not last week, because I had family in town, so I was not able to do a weekly upload like I thought I would be able to do. So we are still in Willow Creek, as I said, and we are reviewing the lot Oakenstead. And I'm going to be following the same kind of format as I did last time with the Spencer Kim Lewis house. We have Senku, our review sim, and I do not know why he has no shoes or no shirt. I think maybe he was swimming at the last house. So same kind of metrics as before. We have different things to look at with this house. And the first one I'm going to look at, because we happen to be outside right now, is going to be the environment score. How much does this house match the environment? So Willow Creek, as I've said before, is who are you? Oh, Nancy Landgrab, of course you're here. Does this house look like it matches its intended location of southern Louisiana and New Orleans area? And I would say yes, absolutely. This is, I mean, not necessarily to a T, but this is definitely like the type of house you would see down in the Garden District. These columns and the fencing really gives me like Disney Haunted Mansion vibes. It's almost like that exact color and style, and it was kind of modeled on a New Orleans mansion. So I'm going to give the matching the environment score an 8 out of 10. This is very, very much a Louisiana southern home. So let's look at the location. And when I give the location score, again, like I said last week, I'm looking at what is nearby that my sim can get to without going through a loading screen. What can they do nearby? So where this house is next door to the Spencer Kim Lewis house, this is where we were last episode. So it's going to be very similar, and I gave the Spencer Kim Lewis house a 7 out of 10. So I'm more than likely going to give this one about the same score. And doesn't that look exciting? Just staring at the water. So you can look for frogs here. This is a little, what is this? A little lemonade stand. Random water balloons that you can't use, I guess. You've got this kind of bayou area down here where you can go fishing. That's pretty. And same thing in the back. Let's face it, a killer backyard that in real life would probably be full of gators. How peaceful does this look to be right here in this spot? Alligators aside. So I'm going to give the location score maybe slightly higher than the Spencer Kim Lewis house and give it an 8 out of 10, just because it's got a better backyard. And while we're at it, I guess we could look at the view score. So let's pop into Senku's first person perspective. And again, like, you're in a flat area, so you're not going to have too much of like a wide sweeping view, which is kind of what I think of when I think of a good view. But you do have that awesome backyard. So I'm going to say like a 6 out of 10 for the view, because there's not like that much to look at. Maybe it's better from upstairs. You can see more out into the water, but the Spencer Kim Lewis house sits higher and is 3 stories, so it's going to have a slightly better view anyway. Does that make sense? So I'm going to give the view like a 5 out of 10. And Then the overall beauty. So let's see. From the outside of the house, this is a beautiful, beautiful house. I'm going to press play so Senku can go like explore this new lot. And outside of this house, this is absolutely beautiful. I love the styling of it, and all the deck area and porches. I love this little gazebo out here, although it probably could have done better with a more traditional, like domed style roof. Let's just take a quick look on the inside as far as beauty goes. Let's see. It's definitely got that, that style, that same style to give it like that southern Louisiana plantation. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? But you know what I mean. That kind of vibe. So for beauty, I am going to give this an 8 out of 10. This is a beautiful house. And so now we're going to take a look at like the amenities, the livability, layout, and usability of this lot. So I'm going to go back downstairs and just kind of take a look. We've got a really nice outdoor porch. That's definitely a thing in Louisiana and in the South in general, to have your good sitting porch. This is kind of like a formal living room type of space. I don't know. This fireplace, I mean, it fits the space, it fits the color palette, but I don't know. I'm torn on this fireplace. And I don't really like these couches either. I like where the TV sits. That, makes sense. So moving over here is kind of like a formal dining space. This is kind of creepy. This is definitely fits the aesthetic of the house and fits the vibe of the house. And you got like a little powder room over here. Now let's look at the kitchen. This is actually a really nice kitchen because look at how much counter space you have, and there's plenty of space in here, plenty of storage. I love this round island, although this kind of looks a little funky. I think now this could be updated with putting one of those flat countertops, or one of the stoves that doesn't have this lip on the back, whatever you want to call that. But other than that, I really like this kitchen, but I do not like this floor pattern. I think this would look a lot better if it was like marble or something. The rest of the aesthetic fits. I think it looks pretty good as, far the house, but these, I don't know, something about these is oddly placed to me. I don't know. Something about it bothers me. I think it's because it's not close enough to the wall. And then out here, you got like a 2-seater space. I'm not sure. This is kind of nice for breakfasts. And who are you talking to?
Lefko.
Huh. Random fairies in Willow Creek. And outdoor, you got this grill area, but why does this have no chairs? That makes no sense. Another sitting area out here on the gazebo, but why is it not in the center? Yeah, I've got questions about that. Okay, nice little gardening area. And let's look upstairs. This is, I think, a 4-bedroom house. This definitely fits the aesthetic. The random violin it cracks me up. Kind of got matching bathrooms, almost identical. This is definitely like a southern, like big house style bedroom here with the seating area, and kind of same thing with this one. Nice. I guess this is supposed to be more of a kid's room, but I don't know. Just the bed is green, but everything else is pink. I don't understand. And this bedroom seems a little bit too big for me, but I like more roomy spaces for my Sims anyway, and I have definitely built some overly massive bedrooms in my day, so I'm not really one to judge, but it just seems a little overly big to me. That being said, I don't see any major layout issues. Like I said, I always think of the older Sims games where the Sims would just kind of get randomly stuck if the hallways were too tight or the room space was too tight. That being said, you have plenty of room downstairs when it's the holidays and you want to put your tree up. That's always something I think about. So I'm going to give the layout like a 9 out of 10. It's a nicely laid out house. I like it. The usability, 10 out of 10. I don't see any major issues, but 10 out of 10 makes it sound perfect, but I don't say this is a perfect house by any means, but I like the layout of this house. I like the way that it's designed. As far as amenities go, you got that awesome kitchen. You got plenty of seating and eating space. You've got the outdoor area, the gazebo, an awesome backyard, and plenty of bathrooms. Your Sims have no excuse to pee themselves because they've got plenty of places to go. Chess and a computer. You've got over here, I saw an easel, and you have the random violin, the bonsai tree. This house has good amenities. I would say it's not perfect. You could have more. It doesn't have a pool like the Spencer Kid Lewis house. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And then livability score. Would I live in this house? That is the next metric. And I would say, that's hard because I love the aesthetic of this house. However, this is a very big house for one person, let's face it. And I would be afraid if I lived in this house that it would be haunted because I'm deathly afraid of ghosts and things like that. So I probably wouldn't, and it's just too big, and it's not really like my true aesthetic that I would want to live in day to day. So, but it is beautiful. I would spend the night in it like a bed and breakfast, but I wouldn't live in this house. So I'm going to give it like a 6 out of 10. Overall, this is a house that I really like, and it's a really good fitting house, and I love the willow trees in the backyard, and I don't know, I kind of like when you play on this lot the little trail that goes through the back and seeing the random townies walking through. I do like this lot. I like also the way, even though this brick doesn't match, that it kind of gives the semblance that you have like this old carriage style driveway. It fits the aesthetic very, very well in this house, I will say. Overall, I like it. And next week we will be looking at, or I shouldn't say next week because I might do the review tomorrow. I might do it in 2 weeks. We'll see. We're going to be going to Umbridge Manor and continuing in Willow Creek. And I hope you guys enjoyed it and being patient and kind as I kind of navigate having a review channel, something new. And if I didn't mention it before, we're going to be going through all of Willow Creek first and then probably moving through Oasis Springs and on to the next lots from there. So anyway, this was Oakenstead. This was Willow Creek episode 2. Oh, he's going to learn the guitar. How nice. um, if you liked this type of content, please give it a like and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you so much. Bye.